Once upon a time, there were two best friends. One of them had a computer and the other one sucked.
Alright, are you ready, kids?
Are you loosey-goosey?
I'm very loosey-goosey, as you can
with the
see.
villains again?
We are chilling with the villains, young Q-Bear.
Well, hang on, let me finish my milky milk and then I'll upgrade to the big boy drink.
Malk. So, hello everybody, welcome to Chillin with the Villains. You're here with Milk Drinker number 1, Milk Drinker number 2, and Fuck Maker. It's me, your boy, Milk Drinker number 2.
How's it going? For those of you that missed us in the 24 hours we were gone, why? Welcome back.
We've got enough content for you to just stream it 24/7.
Tonight's fucking topic. Topic number 1. What's the topic? What do you got?
Topic number 1. Seeing as I'm doing a weird thing right now, what are some weird habits you have that are like...
What do you mean right now? The weird things you do are the normal things any normal person would do. Otherwise, you're just a freak.
Topic number 1. What are some of those things that like always just seemed like totally normal to you until someone was like, "That's weird. You're fucking weird."
I got a good one.
What is it?
So, I don't know if I've ever talked about this before on the channel. I know I've talked to you guys about this.
This is going to be related to food, isn't it?
And I'm sure you have noticed it is related to food. They do a lot of weird things with food.
But you do a lot of weird things.
One of the bigger things I did not realize that was not normal until I started, not till like my mid-20s, was when I eat, I will, like, it's weird talking about it because it feels awkward, but I just do this. I'll eat a bite, and then I'll take a swig of my drink, whatever it is, usually milk, but could be beer or whatever, and then I'll, like, swallow the fluid, and then continue to chew the food and eat it.
Oh, so the fluid passes through the food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that...
It's weird.
That's a weird...
It's
that's
a weird...
Is there anything
I've
else you want to
discovered-
tell the people, Mr. Serial Killer?
I've discovered... No, but I've, like, discovered some weird flavors,
Yeah.
right? Like, what beer does and doesn't work with. And as I've gotten older...
Most food.
I realize that it's weird. It's just something I do. But I've done it for so long now that eating without it, like, I have to take very small bites
Yeah,
in order to eat without doing that.
because it just like doesn't go down the same.
It doesn't go down as
Yeah.
easy. Because, like, if you do the weird thing that I do,
It's still
the
a
food's
solid...
all moist.
Because it's not a fucking beer milkshake.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, like, mine is like a collection of things. One of them is just the fact that, like, I'm not going to say severe OCD, but it can be, it can be intrusive to my daily life. Like, I know one of the ones that you've seen before that you were just like, let it go, it's fucking fine. I literally, like, and I had to do it for like 10 minutes.
You're looking, I don't have any food, it's just a beer. I, believe it or not, am capable of drinking food.
Sometimes the beer is just the beer, Mr. Tokyo.
Right, it's the food that needs the beer, not the other way around.
But so, like, I remember once when we were still living in Vegas, like, I took like 20 minutes additionally leaving the house because the fucking light switches weren't the way I wanted them to be leaving the house. You were just like, let it fucking go. And I'm like, I will meet you at the strip. I was like, I will lift there. This needs to be done. And I went through every fucking room and flipped all the light switches until I had them all facing the direction I wanted. And man, I'm so glad that through a combination of depression and like self-therapy, my OCD is not nearly as bad as it was like even just a few years ago. Was he paying attention?
Continue. No, I'm going to take his collar off because it's getting too small.
Yeah. Is he getting fat? Is the dog getting fat?
Sorry, we're doing dog stuff on the show. Welcome to the show.
This is
Dogs
the dog
are here.
stuff. So Tokyo, what's a weird thing you do?
I don't know. I'm pretty normal.
God, I'll shit on your chest.
I don't know. You would probably know the weird things I do more than I know.
So I know why you do it because you were raised in the South, but like,
Oh wow, this is gonna be bad.
no, it's just like when we're drinking and you're like, you're starting to get like particularly drunk. Because your grandmother was British and you were raised in the South, you get this like combination of like a British Southern drawl.
Oh yeah, I love that.
It's weird.
It's great. That is the alpha accent.
I still think it's really funny that apparently studies show that the American accent is more than likely the original British accent. And that the posh British accent that we all know now was done as a thing to be like, look at all those poor people speaking the same way we are.
Right. So my accent's a combination of Southern redneck and posh British.
Ah, yes, racist imperialist.
Oh yeah. Just ask India.
God, that's the fucking dream. So like, also another thing. I know this is weird now. It always just seemed kind of normal to me because growing up, I didn't really have a shirt on very often at home. More often than not, I was just walking around in fucking boxers. The like crop top shit that I do with my shirt when I'm...
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is not wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
You are wearing a shirt, you're just doing it wrong.
No, so like, I'm pretty sure the reason I started doing this was so like, people would come over and I would be forced to put on more than underwear. So like, I would put my clothes on and like, I would just be sitting like on the couch or like in the computer chair on the computer, and like, because like, oh, this chair's so fucking hot, I'd lift my shirt or all that, and then like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's why I started doing that. Maybe it's just because I just got like really fat and temperature's incredibly uncomfortable.
I mean, tank tops were like super popular where we grew up.
Yeah.
Like, there was a big spike in that where tank top. I mean, I don't know if it was the age that we're at, but that was like the thing. Sun's out, guns out.
Sure, yeah.
And it wasn't even necessarily just tank tops. It was like the people call them A shirts because I don't like calling them wife beaters, but they're...
Yeah.
I understand that you have your own
Yeah.
childhood explanation for why you do whatever the fuck this is, right? But I
It's
like to
exposing my
think
stomach to the elements.
in my own headcanon, it's just that nobody ever told you how to properly wear a shirt, and nobody said it's been wrong at any time.
So is anybody
So you
going to
just-
help me?
You just live in a state of constant confusion whether you're doing it right or not,
Prince.
and you're winging it. You know? That's what
I don't like
to
that you
think.
headcanon me.
I will headcanon you all day.
It's fucking... That's weird.
Just like we headcanon Matt with a single tear.
True.
Not doing too much for me. I fear.
There's and we headcanon everybody. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
That's how we come up with characters.
it's true.
That's how we came up with "Sup, my name is Chad."
What's up? My name is Chad.
We can apply that character to anyone, and in our headcanon, that is who they are.
Well, it's also how we came up with fucking George Michael Obama.
Yes. George Michael Careless Whisperer Obama is our proudest and crowning achievement.
Hey, Michelle. I'm doing a YouTube show with these guys. Never gonna dance again. So, I think my favorite thing about George Michael Careless Whisperer Obama is that he went from being referenced good job, being referenced only in context to Careless Whisper, and more of just we want to headcanon Obama as this fucking weirdo.
Like, weirdly often does that happen. Our most recent characters have been Obama. Every story I turns into Bill Cosby playing it. Or what's the other one? Oh, the dealer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
South of the border dealer.
The south of the border dealer who's not necessarily dealing drugs, but maybe doing so to get drugs and then sell drugs.
Who also has a cousin.
Hey,
And local gangs may or may not have his sister.
but we cannot confirm as he's too busy trying to get you to buy car insurance to pay his way through Yale. Oh man, what are like some of your favorite like you don't have to necessarily like go into explicit detail, especially if they're like racist caricatures.
Most of them are.
Like archetypes or characters?
So obviously, like your favorite kind of characters that you created with friends that are like, this is like Chad, Chad who crushes puss down in Lake Havasu, who loves tits and women's rights.
I don't remember what we named them, but we came up with a series of characters who were arch nemesis, and one of them just straight up beat the other one and killed him. And the one who died came back as a ghost to haunt the one who succeeded forever.
I don't remember his name either.
But is
John.
frankly...
It was Sean.
Sean.
Yeah.
But is frankly so incompetent at vengeance that he usually ends up helping the person he is haunting.
I've convinced your wife to divorce you. No, you didn't, Sean.
Things hadn't worked between me and Sharon for years, Sean.
But thanks to your thanks to your incompetence, our relationship's stronger than ever. Good try, Sean. Try again tomorrow. Did we ever name the guy?
No, but he is the character ultimately. Yeah. He's apathetic rival to vengeful ghost to incompetent vengeful ghost. Like that's the level of characters I can really get that deep into comedy. Just about the 5 levels balls deep into comedy. That's where I want to be all time.
Okay, what is one dairy you want to be balls deep in right now? Just like really just cup the shaft and then just squat down into like some cottage cheese.
Did you say bear?
Dairy. He said dairy.
Dairy.
What's one dairy you want to be balls deep in? But it didn't register to me until he said cottage cheese.
Yeah, that's why I thought you said bear and you said cottage cheese and I was super lost. Dairy.
Don't take this seriously. Don't. You gotta. I feel like sour cream would be all right. It would cool the scrotum, perhaps. Allow it to hang further down for breeze.
For balls are deeper.
Something I've always wanted to do, that probably would be relatively feasible at some point in my life, would be to take like it's balls deep, but like take like a milk bath. You ever heard of that before?
Yeah, those are.
I've done that.
Milk bath and rose hips, very good for your skin.
I think that would be fun to do at some point.
I've taken a wine bath too, and a whiskey bath.
That would also be kind of fun.
And
and a shit bath.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Imagine if you like accidentally swallowed some.
Well,
and then you start fucking drowning, because you're super drunk. No, I'm serious.
So the first thing you do is you get in the salt bath to discover if you have any open wounds on your body. Because if you do, the whiskey bath is not the first destination. Let me tell you, it's a very bad one. The wine bath, not as bad, but still somewhat bad. I went to it was like an onsen theme park. In Japan, it was way up in the fucking mountains, and it was
pretty
dope.
easy to maintain.
It was rad.
I mean, whiskey.
They did a coffee bath too. That was one of them. It was a coffee bath.
Whiskey's not gonna go.
I'm not gonna lie. They all just felt like hot liquid, like that.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of difference between. There was an aroma.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you kind of look for, imagine.
Yeah.
The smell of. I mean, I could take a bath and add a little whiskey, and it'd probably be kind of similar. But.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. It was.
Well, I know.
It was not necessarily a very special experience.
Also, I've always wanted to take a beer bath. I thought that'd be cool.
I think they had one of those there, but fuck that.
I know one of the whole things about milk baths. It's specifically with like rose hips and like other rose essences and like what infusions and whatnot. That is supposedly really good for your skin and complexion.
Yeah,
it's kind of the whole appeal of it.
Like pharaohs used to bathe in milk and stuff like that, like to keep their skin good in the desert, and all that good stuff.
Because Lord knows their genetic sequences were going to.
So growing up, I had this weird fixation with like Egyptian culture and mythology.
Yeah.
But like the more I grow up, I just want to be a fucking pharaoh. That's it.
You just like Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't even think it's about pharaohs. Yeah, I think it's just card games.
Pretty
well, so
heavily influential.
No, was it like My Best Friend's a Mummy or something? It was some book. I can't remember the fucking name, but that's like what got me interested.
Weird obsession with Egypt. Like there's a whole degree path.
Yeah,
Egyptology. Like specifically.
And archaeologists tend to go to fucking Egypt.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's where a lot of the early humans were. You can't blame the archaeologists for that.
No, and it's the desert, so things are maintained relatively well.
Relatively
compared to
well.
other places.
That's true. Well, that's what I'm saying. Egypt, best Egypt.
Weird obsession with death.
Like, archaeologists have like a, kind of an aversion to a lot of places. Like the ocean, because that shit doesn't keep very well.
Yeah, it's also really good at killing you.
Scuba diving is very hard.
Yeah. We had a family friend that was, I shit you not, he was an underwater engineer. His job was to dive underneath bridges and basically say if they were sound or not. And he told us some very scary things about the Bay Area. That were
Oh, yeah.
not very confident to hear as a kid driving over the Bay Bridge.
Oh yeah, fuck the bay. Fuck it. Fuck all them bridges. You love any of those bridges? Don't have love for those bridges. What are you doing?
Imagine how Billy Badass you are that you go to a bar, they're like, "Ooh, what do you do?" And you're like, "I'm an engineer." And you're like, "That's not badass enough." You're like, "I'm an underwater engineer." Or on the flip side, they're like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "I go underwater." And you're like, "Oh, you're too badass for me." You're like, "But I'm an engineer." And you're like, "Oh wow, you actually have a 401k."
That really brings him down to earth, man. That's relatable. That's a relatable. Now,
So
you've inspired me to become an underwater accountant.
So you said scuba diving earlier, and it reminded me. So I was watching fucking was it Margot Robbie's Hot Ones? Like she was on Hot Ones with Sean Evans. Great fucking series episode.
Pause. Sorry. Continue in a second. Who hasn't been on that fucking show?
Yeah, fucking.
I swear to God, everyone's been on that fucking show.
Will Ferrell was just on it like a week ago.
Like, I like to think that it's one of those things where you just wake up and you're not in your bed, you're just on Hot Ones.
Yeah, and then Sean Evans is just like, "Here I am with our good friend."
Like, it's
Michael Jackson.
it's kind of a mystical game show, so to speak.
Fucked up. I like it. Like, he could be on there. We should feel Weekend at Bernie's him.
I swear to God, I'll look it up, and his fucking ghost will be floating there eating a fucking chicken wing. Like,
So, I was watching Margot Robbie's Hot Ones, and so apparently I can't remember if it was Suicide Squad or Birds of Prey, she had to hold, I think it was Suicide Squad, she had to hold her breath for 5 minutes. So she had to learn how to hold her breath for 5 minutes from, like, free divers and all that. And she was mentioning, I was like, yeah, it's like really scary at first, but when you have someone there to tell you, okay, so once you start running out of oxygen, you're going to start convulsing. That's fine. You get through it, and then you're fine, and then you start convulsing again. And I don't know, I've been kind of trying it. I've never been good at holding my breath, ever. I don't know if it's because I'm fat or have smoked for 15 years almost, but like, I don't know. I've been slowly improving it. I have gotten up to about 1.5 minutes recently. And it's very scary once you start running out of air.
and yet, for some reason, Margot will still not date you.
Yeah, I know. It's fucked up, dude.
It's like all your efforts are just in vain, man.
Yeah, right? Like, how come I'll never be appealing to someone I'll never meet and it's too good for me?
All right.
That feels good.
Yeah, that feels about
we ended it on a relatably depressing note.
It seems to be a natural stopping point, honestly. Yeah. Much like depression usually is.
Dude. Wow. Fuck. Where do we go from that?
Do you need to talk to somebody right now?
Yeah, man, I've needed help for a while. Anyway, thanks for showing up, everybody. It's the villain show. We got dogs.
Wait. Before we go, I got one last thing. One more thing. Just one thing. Please just hold on for just one moment.
Is it one of your stupid fucking recorded lines for the...
Don't spoil it.
It is.
People.
It's one of those, isn't it? That is the greatest video of mankind.
Pick one of these, by the way. Q.
I don't know, 14.
14? Press it.
Tokyo, your dick is huge.
I mean, that's arguably the least racist thing on that board, so...
Hey now!
I'll take it.
Hey now!
Vape shops.
Yeah, least racist one.